Careblazer, have you felt like no matter what you try, your loved one with dementia still resists your help, gets upset, or does things that make no sense to you? If so, you're not alone, and more importantly, you're probably not even doing anything wrong. In today's video, I'm going to break down 5 of the most common reasons behind challenging dementia-related behaviors and what you can actually do about them. I'm Dr. Natalie Edmonds, a board-certified geropsychologist and the founder of Dementia Careblazers. We help caregivers like yourself feel more confident and less overwhelmed in your caregiving journey. If you're new here and you're looking for dementia information and support, you have found the right place. Hit the red subscribe button on your screen so you don't miss out on future videos. It is 100% free. Okay, now let's get to some of the main reasons why these dementia-related behaviors exist. And some of these reasons might surprise you. A few of them will probably validate what you've been feeling all along, but all of them are going to give you more clarity and real strategies to move forward. And make sure you stay to the end, where I will show you how you can join me for a 5-day special live event on a class on how to have your own behavior breakthroughs with your loved one. Let's hop into reason number 1, which is something that often falls under the radar, and this is loss of control. Imagine if one day somebody started telling you what to eat, what to wear, how to shower, what you could do, what you can't do, all maybe without even asking or without you really even understanding why. You would probably want to push back too. I know that I would. And so for many people with dementia, when it feels like they're losing control over so many aspects of their life, one of the only ways they still can have control is by resisting the very things that are meant to help them, like taking a bath, accepting help, going to the doctor, taking medication. If you suspect loss of control might be playing into some of the reason your loved one is giving you some pushback, here are some things that you can do. 1, you can ask for their help instead of always giving them help. In dementia, of course, the person's going to need a lot of help, but we rarely ask them for help because sometimes they're not really helpful or they might not be able to do things. But I want to encourage you to think outside of the box and think about something. Is there a task or something they can do that you can couch and present it to them as, hey, can you help me with this? Or, hey, this would be really great if you can help. You just want to make sure it's in their ability level. They don't have to do it perfectly. It's okay if they make mistakes. You just want to make sure that they're safe to do so, but giving them that feeling that they have control and are helpful. Let them do tasks, even if it's not great. Compliment their efforts when they do these tasks. People cling less to trying to have so much control when they feel seen and appreciated and like they do have some ability to have freedom. This small shift in approach can really create big changes in their willingness to cooperate. Okay, next up, reason number 2 has to do with relationship strain. If your loved one with dementia does not trust you, they don't recognize you, or maybe they don't really seem to like you very much, it's going to impact how they respond and how receptive they are to your help. Think about it this way. Would you let a stranger help you with personal care? Would you let somebody you did not like help you with some of the most intimate things that you needed help with? Probably not. You would not want that. And so that's why the relationship comes before caregiving. The most important thing we can ever do to help increase the chances that our loved ones will accept help from us is to focus on the relationship. So here are some things you can do. Number 1, focus on connection with them that has nothing to do with caregiving. What are some things that you can do that aren't just caregiving focused, whether it's telling a joke, watching a favorite TV show, smiling at them, enjoying a cup of coffee with them? What are just some things that you can literally connect over? Smile more to them. Ask for their opinion, compliment them on something, and keep in mind that just because we've done those things at some point during the day, it doesn't mean they've remembered it, especially if they have memory issues. We might need to do that throughout the day. We want to be that friendly reminder, that friendly face. When the relationship improves, resistance often decreases. Here's the 3rd reason, and probably the most undervalued, underrecognized reason for dementia-related behaviors, and that is actual changes in the brain. Here's the truth. Many times, behaviors are not just unmet needs or bad relationships or the caregiver doing something wrong. It has to do with how the brain is changing. The brain is physically breaking down. Think about it like this. Let's say you have a cell phone and the screen is cracked and the speaker is broken. It's not that the person on the other end isn't trying to hear you or receive your call. It's just that they can't receive it. The phone cannot send the right messages. So even though it was once able to do that, it can't do it now because it has broken down. We can think about that with our brains too. In dementia, neurons are dying. Brain cells are struggling to talk to each other. And even with the best caregiving strategies, sometimes behaviors are just the result of this internal breakdown. We don't talk about this a lot because we don't want people to just jump to, well, that's just dementia and that's just brain changes. This is kind of like the last reason we want to consider, because if there is something we can do to help with the behaviors through changing our relationship, through addressing unmet needs and things like that, then we want to actually be able to do it. But this is a real thing that doesn't get enough attention. So what can you do in these situations? Number one, talk to their healthcare provider about possible medications that can help with behaviors. Medications are there for a reason. They're not the first line approach. They're not even the second, third, or fourth line approach. We always want to take non-medicine approaches when we're responding to behaviors. But at some point, we need to consider medications if everything we've tried has not worked, and especially if it results in significant distress and turmoil for the person with dementia. If they are literally in so much fear, pain, anxiety, distress, and we have a hard time calming them down, we absolutely want to be asking about medications with their healthcare provider. Now, the second thing, which is super important to do in all aspects of caregiving, but especially in this one where there's really no tip or trick that's going to work, no matter how you present yourself, it's going to be mindset work. Mindset work. This is super crucial. The only thing we can fully control in every hard situation in life is how we respond, how we're going to think about the situation, and how we're going to care for ourselves through this process. That's actually one of the days that we are going to talk about in the Behavior Breakthroughs class about what you can really do, because once you have a better handle on your mindset, caregiving becomes so much easier. I like to say mindset is medicine too. All right, the fourth reason I've already hinted at. This is probably a reason you've heard before. It has to do with unmet needs. And here's the hard part is that a lot of times it's not obvious. Sometimes the person with dementia can't communicate to us exactly what they're wanting or what they're experiencing. And it's up to us to become this dementia detective to try to figure out what it might be. So instead of them being able to say, hey, I'm hungry, or hey, my back is hurting, they might yell, push back, lash out, not seem interested in things. So we have to become that dementia detective. We want to look for clues in their nonverbal behaviors. Are they fidgeting, grimacing? Is restlessness happening at certain times of the day? We want to experiment with different things. So based on what we think might be happening, we can experiment. If we think they might be hungry, let's experiment with giving them a snack. If we think they might have a toileting need, let's offer a bathroom break. If we think they might be sensitive to the environment, maybe we adjust the lighting or turn down the TV. This isn't about guessing perfectly, it's about being curious, compassionate, and willing to try. Okay, and finally, reason number 5, if you have been following me for a while, you have heard this word before, and this is anosognosia. It's a fancy word for something up to 90% of people with dementia experience, especially as the dementia progresses. It's literally where they do not understand, they don't have awareness of their limitations. They might not believe they have dementia or that they need help. It looks exactly like denial, but it's not. It's anosognosia, and it's a result of how the brain is functioning. So if you're trying to explain their diagnosis or remind them that they need help and they are pushing back hard, it's not them being difficult. It's literally the disease in their brain not really understanding that they need this help. So what can work in this situation is we want to offer help in a way that doesn't draw attention to the fact that they need help. We want to do things with them sometimes instead of always for them. We want to avoid the urge to correct them, argue with them, reason with them, and instead support them. And sometimes that support might be in the background. We want to try to make it as invisible as possible, because the more we highlight their need for help, and if they have this condition, the more they're going to push back and not want to accept your help. And then that's going to impact reason number 2, which is going to add to the relationship strain. This isn't a sneaky approach, it's a strategic approach, and it's respectful of their reality. So these 5 reasons: loss of control, relationship strain, actual brain changes, unmet needs, and anosognosia, they are at the heart of so many behaviors. And once you understand them, we can start to see a shift. We can stop taking things so personally. We can stop wasting energy on strategies that don't work, like trying to get them to understand or accept that they have dementia. We can start finding our own confidence again as a caregiver. And this is exactly why I decided to host the Dementia Behavior Breakthroughs event, a 5-day live experience that starts on July 7th, to walk you through these concepts step by step and to help you start seeing real changes in your caregiving experience. You'll learn about the mindset shifts, yes, but you'll also get some insights into specific behavior symptoms and creative strategies that most caregivers never get access to, and it's $7 to join. So if you want to feel less alone, meet some other Careblazers, feel more equipped and confident in how to respond to your loved one's behavior, this is your moment. There's a link in the description that you can click to sign up. I'd love to see you there. And until next time, keep going, Careblazer. You're doing one of the hardest things that you can do. You don't have to do it all alone. I'm sending you so much love. Bye.
Also, Nico gets a belly rub for every person who subscribes from this video. So if you haven't already, click the red subscribe button. It's totally free, and Nico says thank you very much.